You remember, so when he came back, did he seem to be doing better, happier when he came back?
Well, he seemed pretty happy, and then it seemed like after a while, you know, um, I don't know what it was. Of course, I guess another thing, part of it is because I wasn't with him all the time. I don't know if he would act up or whatever would happen because we only saw him, less, right? And then I don't, my memory of when before I have very vague memory before he came because I was really young, so it was about a year earlier, right? So, but
So
I do remember he seemed like he was very like active when he was with my uncle, and it didn't seem to be like he didn't seem like he was like all the time having to rock back and forth. I do remember that.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that is really important. That's true. It's, I have, parents are, parents get their how-tos with a child with autism from the mainstream sources, these days,
Mhm.
of how you controlling the body, controlling the body, controlling the mouth, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they don't have a way to actually reach the person inside. So, so the parents don't know any other way because it's not normal. Like, with raising you,
Mhm.
they speak with you as though you're more like them. So you have regular conversation, but they don't know
Right.
how to handle him. So the difficulty is when they're used to doing it that way, then they do gain control of the body. They do gain control of the behavior to a marked degree. Of course, not
Mhm.
fully,
Okay.
but it's enough to make it livable for the parent. And they don't understand the potential of going to address the person inside. They don't know about
Mhm.
that. And my
Right.
job is to help them know about that. And in doing so, I'm up against their training that does the opposite, right? It
Oh, I
inhibits.
see. Yeah. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah.
So that's what I'm up against with parents. I know from 40 years of experience that the parents are like half of the results,
Mm.
getting the
Okay.
parents working with me, with their child, are half of the results. And that's the reason I can do it in 12 hours. That's the reason I can guarantee it in 12 hours to kind of lift the most difficult aspects of autism and reach the person inside. But I can't
Oh,
really,
yeah.
I can do it without the parent, but then he won't be present for the parent between our sessions, only for me.
Right. Right.
So I have the parent do it with us, and then he comes out for us. And then we gradually, he comes out for others, you know, and we
Mhm.
keep going. But that's the entry point, right?
Right.
So what I'm up against is, how do I get the parent to open up themselves, right? To
I see.
see
Mhm.
that the control of just the body and the behavior is good, helps the parent, excuse me, but it's not going to address the person inside, and it's definitely not going to lift any part of the autism. It suppresses the person inside. It holds them down.
Oh, I see.
It makes them withdraw because it's not safe to come out because their reactions are being controlled. Nobody,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
nobody likes
Well,
being controlled.
mhm.
Nobody likes being controlled. And that includes a kiddo with autism. And even though it may seem like he's not intellectually available enough to see or know that he doesn't like being controlled, he doesn't think that way. He just naturally withdraws from being controlled. It's not a safe
Hmm.
environment. It's safer just to let their body be controlled and do whatever they say. That's the wrong direction. I don't want him to withdraw. I want him to be able to come out. So I need the parent to do the program with us to participate.